I'm here with Gary Kruhulis on the edge of a vetch field that's planted by Lundbergs, and it's just a tremendous amount of activity. I'm just looking at maybe a dozen birds in the air at any one time. They're circling, they're sitting on the levees. This is a field, I think this is the second year in vetch.
No, first year.
First year in vetch. There's a little bit
last year.
There's a little bit of wheat.
Scan on that check.
Where they're sitting down there.
It's incredible how many birds.
Yeah, you can see them sitting on this check right here. There's 3 or 4 mallards and drakes with heads up.
On that, you'll see that it is 2.5 feet tall.
This is a field that was looks like it was just chopped, and then they planted this vetch, so it wasn't bedded or worked up, and it seems to be growing fine. We had a pretty dry winter this year, so it wasn't drowned, but it didn't get as high as it could get if there was more water. So that's an excellent, that's ideal cover there. 24 inches, nice, solid, dense, and there's really just a straight vetch field, very little wheat for it to climb on. Imagine this is some seed that they harvested previously from a planted field, so it's got a little mix of wheat in it. How big is this field? You said 70 acres?
70 acres. You see the vetch has already gone to seed. But it's not, really didn't make that good. You know, my whole dream was 5% rotated. 5% would be 30,000 acres. You know, that would be 400 of these. 400 70-acre fields would be 5% of the total rice acreage put in a rotation. The pheasants and the duck production in the Central Valley of California would be so phenomenal that it'd just be hard to imagine. I mean, once you started getting some fidelity, you know, and the reproduction to the zones, whether it be the Richvale zone or the you know, the Rio Oso zone, which is a great zone, or the zone between Meridian and Nice Landing. And another zone would be great. It'd be over in the, you know, the Calusa Basin. It would work over in the Calusa Basin too. All of the basins.
Oh yeah, they're there. You know, the birds are there.
The Yolo Basin, the Calusa Basin, Sutter Basin, Butte Basin. It would work in every basin, and it's just a matter of how do we get it implemented. Yeah.
This vetch field is wonderful, but the problem is there probably isn't another one within 5 or 10 miles. You have mile after mile of this, which is disked, drained, ready to plant rice fields. Essentially it just comes down to economics for the grower. They have debt, they have families to feed, and the economics are that rice brings the best return. We need to make planting vetch, leaving it in cover, an economic alternative for them. This is what the other benefit of this type of area to plant vetch in is that you can see predators have no place to hide. The predator base is very low. You know, there's no permanent cover, ditch banks, etc. So the predator base is very low. The nesting success is extremely high, sometimes as high as 50 to 60% of all the nests hatch. Gives you tremendous productivity. This is a farm field right next to the vetch field, and there's, I don't know, 50 to 100, I don't know if you can pick this up, mallards, mostly drakes, just sitting in this field. Zoom in on one. Oh yeah, I don't know if you can see that. There's a drake. They're just sitting here waiting for the hens to come off the nest again. Hens are this time of day typically on the nest, laying. They lay 1 egg per day. And then once they're all laid, then they start to sit. They incubate for 24, 25 days. And they take them off to the brood water. So basically 35 to 45 days from now, these fields that these ducks are sitting in here will be flooded, and there'll be excellent brood water. These are just drakes here waiting for the hens to come back off the nest. Again, there's the vetch field right next door. This is the animal here. This is the vetch. This is purple vetch. You see the flowers. It's a legume. You can see these pods on it. The seed pods. You can see there's still quite a few birds around. There's 20 birds in the air right there. This end of the field, the north end of the field, looks like it's going to be about the best.